You know what? Excellence is what you want, and excellence is what you get. How are you living? What are you giving? If excellence is what you see, then excellent is who you be. Hello, hello, everyone. Dr. Catherine E. James here, bringing you For the Love of It, a weekly television show designed with one purpose in mind, and that is adding more love in the world, one episode at a time. Thank you for sharing your time with me. I know that time is one of the most precious things that we have. And so I'm very grateful every time that you share, you stop in, you watch the replay, which is now available on the YouTube channel, or if you call in. I'm talking early, call in, and the numbers will appear below at the bottom where you can call in. But I love engagement. For the love of it, we'll take on many forms. You never, ever know what Papa has in store for us. Everything, however, will be anchored in Luke 10:27. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, soul, and strength, and thy neighbor as thyself. It is my life's intention that every soul would know love and know that they are indeed loved. And so know that this is an inside out job. No one can give you love if you refuse to love you, because you will also refuse their love. To that end, every conversation that we facilitate, all the tools and strategies that we share, the guests, and today we have guests, the guests that we have on the show, and the actions we invite you to take will all be intended to live out the assumption of Luke 10:27, that you are loving you first and foremost. And again, I absolutely love engagement, so I encourage you to call in. Look at your numbers. You got 3 numbers that you can call in from. Somebody call in today. I'm just saying. And so every last Friday of the month, my intention is to share this stage, this platform, this studio with someone who I know love how they show up in God's universe. They love who they are, and they love what they do. You know, it's nothing like living a life where you love who you are and you love what you do. For me, that is the only way to live. So today, I have the absolute privilege of bringing to you 2 women who are extremely instrumental in my life, and we'll get into that a little bit, who love what they are doing and spend much of their days pursuing their life's dream. So the first one to bring to you is Miss Priscilla Price. And then we're going to have Miss Christina Adderby. Miss Christina Adderby and Miss Priscilla Price. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. And love is something, baby. Let me tell you, I love love. Because I love me.
Amen.
Amen. And I'm glad to be here.
Wonderful.
I'm glad to be.
It's wonderful to have you. Christina.
Excited.
Yes.
So let me let y'all in. So so those of you who watched last month's show, you know I had 2 sons on. So my birth son and my heart son. So we had on Kim James Jr. and we had on Brandon Lawson. So I always call him B Hood, and so I was stumping over that. And so it is continued to be a family affair. So this is my aunt, my actual blood aunt, my mom's sister, 3rd, 4th, 5th sister, 7th sister. Okay, my aunt's 7th sister, Miss Priscilla Price, and then Miss Christina Adderby is my first cousin, my mama's sister's oldest daughter. Okay, so it is. The last 2 months have been a family affair. Wow. So what you all don't know, and my intention, my original guest to have on actually was to have you 2 on. Okay. I wanted to open up the show with you 2 because, and this is the reason, when I look back in my history, I have some of my earliest memories have you, Auntie, coming in town with your furs and your your luggage and all of that, and I've heard all of my life of my auntie singing. So I've watched you, and so there's no part of my life that does not have you doing what you loved.
And so that, for me, I certainly have grown to admire your consistency in that, right? Your commitment to doing the thing that makes your soul sing, right?
Right.
And so similar to that, for Christina, cousin Chris, is my earliest memory is you sewing. Right?
Right.
And I remember you made yourself this outfit. It was a small top, I think it gathered here, and a skirt that was kind of ragged. It was very, very colorful. And even being, because we're how many years apart? About 5 or no, more than that, about 7, maybe 7 or 8 years apart. And so even being that much different in age, that stayed with me. Right? Remember you doing that. And so for the two of you, when I think of entrepreneurship, I think of business, I think of consistency in pursuing your dreams, you come to mind for me. You come to mind for me. So when I started the show, it was the two of you that came to mind and have you on first. So I'm going to open the show with reading bios. I'm going to open the show with continue the show with reading bios. And then I'm going to invite you to just share a little bit. And then we're going to switch and go specifically to some questions. Okay? So, Miss Priscilla Price, diva of blues and soul. Okay. I'm born in West Virginia, the daughter of a coal miner. In the early 60s, she performed for heads of state, including the Kennedys and the Hyannis Port, and both Queen Elizabeth and Prime Minister Lester B. Pearson in Montreal, Canada. In the 70s, she was an opening act for big shows while touring the States and overseas. In the 80s and 90s, she performed at the big festival as a recording artist for Rock House Records while touring Paris, Italy, and Greece. I'm going to get there. I ain't got there yet. She also performed an Tony Award nominated Broadway musical, It Ain't Nothing But the Blues. Priscilla has received many Lifetime Achievement Awards and a Distinguished Citizen Award from West Virginia Governor Joe Manchin III. In 2016, she was inducted into the West Virginia All-Black School Sports and Academic Hall of Fame. She continues to perform at concert venues nationwide. And that is Priscilla Price.
Thank you.
Yes. So I believe in celebration. That's why I've got these pom-poms. Yes. Yeah, I'll share. Yes. And so that's Miss Priscilla Price, and we're going to introduce Miss Christina Attaby. And all right,
I have to go behind her.
I know, right? I know. Well, you know,
fine.
we're following, right? So Christina is a licensed cosmetologist and certified herbalist. She is the proprietor of Healthy Tea by Christina, a renowned company dedicated to empowering, y'all listen to this, dedicated to empowering women with knowledge on harnessing the healing potential of natural herbs and food. Now, who can't use that? I'm just saying. As a practitioner in this field, she aims to educate consumers on transforming readily available resources into food that heals. We all need that, y'all. We can have a show just on that, foods that heal. One of our mottos is food should be your medicine. And then she has lots of products, and we're going to talk about how you can access her products. She's a wellness coach. As a wellness coach, her expertise lies in guiding individuals towards holistic wellness by incorporating natural remedies into their lifestyles. Through these sessions, y'all can have sessions with y'all, hear that, clients can gain valuable insight and better understanding into their health. And she talks about aiming to empower you and with knowledge and tools to help you live a healthier and more fulfilling life. So we got that part out the way. Right. Yeah. So we celebrate. Y'all, this is my people. This is my auntie and my cousin. I'm just saying. And so the entrepreneurship world is kind of newer for me. Mm-hmm. But when I run into difficult times, you two come to mind. Right? You two come to mind because you have been consistent throughout my lifetime. So I've got some, let's go and open up in questions to make sure that we get that in. So Auntie Priscilla, can you describe for us your love of singing?
That's all I know how to do.
Mm.
First, I love God.
Okay.
Then my music, and He provides me with the strength, the voice to do what I love doing.
Yes.
That's it. Cut and dry.
Mm-hmm.
I love to entertain.
Okay.
Not only do I entertain the secular world, I'm a hell of a gospel singer.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All right.
I love that too.
Yes.
And I just love singing. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. And so, what do you get from singing?
Oh, baby, I can go home. Y'all don't want y'all. I love singing.
Tell me what you get, though.
Okay,
Tell the people what you get.
I get the feeling of relief from any kind of pressure or stress. Well, I don't stress because when there's something come up, I give it to the Lord. I said, listen, I ain't got time for that. That's your problem.
Okay.
And I just love doing it, and I get relief.
Okay.
And I feel good about it because I can tell when my audience is feeling good.
Okay.
And I've never had an audience that was disappointed.
Okay. Love it. I love it. So you said you feel good. You release stress, and then there's service in there because then you're helping others and blessing others.
Exactly.
As you show up. Thank you, Chris. What is it that you love about, and when I wrote yours out, I wrote service. Because everything that you do is service. Y'all, I'm going to interrupt for a moment because she is an herbalist, as she said. She's a CEO, a company owner. She also does hair. She does sewing.
That's a secret.
Service. Okay, I'm talking about she does service. Okay, so when you think about, the way you show up, what is it that you love about that?
So what I love is that I get to empower other people.
Yeah.
In some cases, it could be a hopeless situation, but through God, who gives me knowledge, because I eat, sleep, and drink, study and study and study, and that's my entertainment.
Okay.
And out of what I study is what I teach. And from a young woman, my heart is above all things beloved. That the word of God says that you should be prosper, good, and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. So I'm all of those things.
Okay.
All right.
Prosper, be in good health, even as your soul prosper. Those three different things. Prosper, be in good health, even as your soul prosper. So minister, yes.
Okay.
Check.
Yep,
As my grandbaby say, check.
Yeah.
So as a result of being a hairstylist for over 30 years and listening to my clients' needs, I did not choose to do something about it. It sort of chose me because I cared about them. And so I started studying, what's a natural way to have you not have hot flashes, or maybe, something else is going on, or you're having headaches, or, the hair is falling.
Yeah.
Let's see, we usually say it's stress. So
Okay.
let's see what we can do about that. And so,
Okay.
I just share the information, and they receive whatever they decide to absorb, and then we, move on.
Wow, I love that, right? I love that.
Yes.
It chose you,
It chose me.
right? And from a place of service, because you were already serving in one way, but you saw over and over again that these women were running into challenges. And you could have chosen to still stay singularly focused on what you were doing because you were already serving. Yes. But there's something inside of you that said, that showed up.
Yes.
So, what's you said third John? What's the scripture again? Prosper. But beloved, I wish above all that you would prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. Yes. And so you're addressing those.
Yes.
I love it. Yes. So, Aunt Priscilla, we're going to come back to you. Would you share one of your most memorable experiences with singing?
For the Queen of England.
Make sure they can hear you.
For the Queen of England.
Okay.
That was
You right? I didn't know that.
Listen, Leo and Lord Price
Okay.
are like god brothers, okay? And Leo had gotten me this show in Montreal, Canada.
Okay.
And they asked me to perform the national anthem. They thought I was going to sing America's national anthem. I sung "Oh Canada."
Oh, wow.
They stood up, the Queen and the Prime Minister and all the people just stood up.
Wow. That's
Because
pretty amazing.
I didn't know, actually, as the national anthem, I thought they wanted me to sing.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
That's pretty powerful.
they thought I was gonna sing the American
Right,
national anthem.
right.
And when I sung "Oh Canada," it was just, and my keyboard player, he was just awesome.
Wow.
He sat down, and he taught me the song in one night,
Mm.
night, and that was my most experience
Yeah.
of performing.
That's beautiful. Is there footage of that anywhere? I would love to see
I
that.
wish it was.
Oh my God! When was that? What?
That was in 1967.
Wow!
1967.
Wow.
It'll be somewhere.
Huh?
I said it could very well be some footage.
I'm
somewhere.
gonna look.
It,
I'm gonna
it
look.
might be.
Yeah.
But, I
Wow.
don't know.
Wow.
And seeing at that time, I was young. I
Yeah,
didn't think about
yeah.
no video or
Right,
nothing like that. But
right.
it might be somewhere.
Right. Right.
Also,
yeah.
as well as when we did the White House lawn for John F. Kennedy.
Okay.
So it might be footage of that, but I don't
yeah.
know.
Right.
You know.
That's beautiful. I love that. I love that, Chris. What is one of your most memorable experiences with serving?
Oh boy. So let's see. I don't know. There's so many. There's so many. But I will say that, actually ministry is the most important thing to me.
Okay.
And I think that's really where I started at, even although, I'm doing someone's hair.
Mike. Get closer to the mic.
Although I am doing someone's hair, I
Yeah.
am still listening to
Yeah.
see what thus says the Lord
Yeah.
concerning whatever the situation
Yeah.
has been. So I think that is maybe the most valuable thing that I have to offer.
Yeah.
More so than even, what herb goes with what, which I get just as many calls now for what can I take for, or what do you have for this or that, as I do haircuts now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it. That's the way it's
Yes.
supposed to be, right? Because that is you evolving and expanding and
Yes,
becoming.
yes.
So at one point, hair was the main thing, but now you are expanding, and your next is equaling and maybe and going to expand. So I didn't track well when you were talking. So you basically, if I heard you correctly, said that your most memorable experience really is about ministry.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so is there an instance though that you can think of that stands out for you? Because I hear what you're saying, and that ministry in and of itself is what's most important to you. But is there something about ministering in these ways that stand out?
Just actually being able to hear, listen,
Okay.
and seeing the need and being able to jump in
Okay.
and offer a word or a prayer, but always something that uplifts.
Okay. Okay. So what I hear you saying is that basically your experience across the board has been your opportunities to minister ongoing.
Opportunities to
Yes.
minister.
I-
But traveling, Bahamas, Nigeria, England, just recently, and just seeing the different ways that people actually are receiving healing.
I love that. I love that. I love that. All right. Well, I'm going to come back to you, Chris, and make sure you just talk louder. Make sure
Yes.
that your voice
Okay.
projects. Okay. And so, if you can discuss one of the challenges that you've had to overcome in order to show up as you do.
Well, challenges. I usually don't see challenges. I usually see
Okay,
opportunities.
opportunities.
Yes,
That
I
works,
usually
yes.
see opportunities.
Okay, go
so
for it, yes.
challenges are, that's going to be because we live in the world, and there's always something that's not going to go the way that you think they should. But
Yeah.
although they do, you always learn something from it. So once you receive that, then it helps you to grow and prepare you for the next thing.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yes.
It does. It does. It does. Is there something specific that an opportunity that where you had to build your muscle that comes to mind?
Well, I will say this. I don't hold on to things.
Yeah.
I don't hold on to negativity.
Okay.
I
There
don't
you
hold
go.
on to hurt.
Yeah.
I don't hold on to words.
Got it.
There you
So
go.
those are the things I think that keeps me,
Able to sleep at
youthful,
night.
being able
Okay. Mm-hmm.
to sleep. People are like, you haven't aged. Well, I know I have. However, I don't hold on to
Got it.
to life's issues.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
You can't.
Absolutely.
You can't.
Okay.
I'm 75 years old. Mm-hmm. I don't look a day over 55.
All right now. All right. All right.
You can't hold on to stuff.
Yeah.
You have to let it go. And I appreciate what you just said because I love, love. Mm-hmm. Love conquers all.
It does.
And you can't hold. If somebody says something to me, I say, "Oh well, whatever," and
Yeah.
keep it moving.
Yeah.
I don't hold. I can
Yeah.
go to sleep at night, baby, and thank God.
Yeah.
And when I wake up, I think it. You can't hold on to
Yeah.
things that people say.
Yeah.
You have to let it go, and I
Mm-hmm.
like that about. That's why you don't age, baby. That's why you don't
Right,
age.
right.
You don't let nothing
Yeah.
stress you out, and I don't. I got 2 boys, and I don't let them stress me out. I love them, but hey, I'm not gonna be stressed out.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love.
And so with that, then what is one of the, does something come to your mind for as it relates to challenges or opportunities that you had to overcome?
I have none.
Okay. Okay.
When I started out and having children, I took them on the road with me. When I didn't take them on the road with me, your sister had them.
Okay.
You know, and that was after Mom died.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sherry and Billy took care of my kids just like they were their own, like they
Okay.
take care of everybody else.
Okay.
But I didn't have any. I did
Okay.
not have any.
All right, all right, all right, all right. So my 2 guests here see challenges or opportunities differently, right? And so you guys classify them differently. And so for you, then it doesn't land as a challenge or land as an opportunity. And so when we think about that, and wherever we find ourselves in life, there is an opportunity to learn, right? If something didn't go as we intended it to go,
Right.
or someone didn't show up in the way that we had hoped they would,
Right.
it's an opportunity for us to learn and do whatever adjustments we might need to be okay, right? So, a couple of weeks ago, I had this amazing privilege to do a TED Talk. It's been one of the things
Yes.
on my
Yes,
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 I had this
yes.
amazing opportunity, and one of the things that I shared was that anytime we tether our well-being to someone else's better or changed, we imprison ourselves, right? When we can only be better if somebody else does something different. Right. And so that's in some ways you all have basically said that same thing
Right.
in able because when we have life, we're going to run into hiccups. We're going to run into things with people. We're going to run into. So it's not so much about that as it is about what we say to ourselves about those things. Okay. All right. All right. So I want you all to hear what we're sharing here as far as the opportunities to release what you might have. And I'm going to speed us up here because we've got just a few minutes. If you can quickly tell me how you define love.
Love. Wow. So all I can say is I decided in my mind, in my heart a long time ago that no one would beat me loving.
I love that.
No one would beat me loving. And learning to love myself was the most valuable thing that I ever really experienced. And from that, so how can you love someone else when you don't know how to love yourself?
Yes. Yes.
So
Excellent. I love it. Auntie?
What she said.
What she said. I love it. I love it.
Listen,
Yes.
I also want to let your people know
Yes.
that I am being inducted
Okay, go for it.
into the National Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame, class of 2023,
When?
September the 24th.
Okay.
And it's going to be, I am truly excited about it because I've already been inducted in one.
Okay.
But this is a biggie for me,
Okay.
you know, along with Hall and Oates,
Okay.
Dusty Springfield,
Wow.
Jermaine Dupri,
Okay.
Peebo Bryson.
Where are you going to be at?
At the Hawk Event Center. That's on 12 Mile and Telegraph
Okay.
in Farmington Hills.
All right.
September the 24th. Red carpet,
Okay.
3:30. It's
All right.
going to be beautiful.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent. So, Chris, right quick, tell people how they can get in touch with you.
Healthy Tea by Christina Instagram, Healthy Tea by Christina email, Healthy Tea by Christina Facebook, and I also have 2 products that I had formulated last year as a result of listening to my clients, and they're always tired, and I need to lose weight. A lot of times they can't because of some issues. Well, we'll talk about that later. Call me.
Excellent. 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 Auntie, how can they reach you?
Facebook, Priscilla Price.
All right, all right. And so we're going to right quick say, I want to share what is a self-love mantra. Y'all know self-love is what we do, so we're going to pull it up. So self-love, so this, I invite you to the self-love mantra. I am an irreplaceable, unrepeatable, remarkable miracle with my own special brand of brilliance. Now we're going to say it together. I am an irreplaceable, unrepeatable, remarkable miracle with my own special brand of brilliance. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Beloved, you are invited to be in action. Join me online at any of my Facebook handles, Dr. Catherine E. James. You'll be able to find me there. If you've been inspired, you need to make a plan, because if it's only inspiration, it's 43% that you will be able to go forward. There's 91% that you will execute if you have a plan, and that is 99% that you will if you share that plan with someone. And so I invite you to be a sponsor. And last week, our sponsor was Carmen Bell and Antoine Bell and their notary services. If you need help, you can reach them through their notary services. And I'm going to end with this. Remember, the conversations and tools and strategies offered on this show is not intended to substitute for any mental health practice, although I am a mental health professional. If you need services, be sure to seek out mental health services. Dr. Martin Luther King said, everyone can be great because everyone can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to have your subject and verb agree to serve. You don't have to know Plato and Aristotle to serve. You don't have to know Einstein's theory of relativity to serve. You don't have to know the second theory of thermodynamics to serve. However, you need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love, and you can be that servant. I want to thank both of you for being on.
Thank you for
It has
having
been my
me.
absolute pleasure.
And the next time we got to interview you.
All right, all right. This has been Dr. Catherine E. James and Priscilla Price and Christina Attaby, and serving you for the love of it.
Thank you.
Excellence is what you want, and excellence is what you get. How are you living? What are you giving? If excellence is what you see, then excellent